with Cait Ryan, our very special guest. Cait is another TechSmithy. Welcome, Cait.
Thank you, Matt. Glad to be here.
And where are you at today?
Right now, I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Eh, Well, and you're not here because you're actually leaving on vacation, right?
Yeah, you know,
That's
later
okay. We
today.
we appreciate you talking to us. So now,
Try
Cait,
to pretend it's not happening yet.
as long as the weather holds up, right? We're good.
Right, crossing fingers.
So, Cait, tell us. We want to, as part of the 48 and 24, we're trying to get people to know us a little bit better. So, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Cool. So I'm an innovation strategist. I'm part of the innovation strategist or IS team here at TechSmith. And the three kind of main tenets of our role, tenant sounds really formal, but the three main focal points are understanding real world problems in context, which basically means going out and interviewing people and having them kind of turn us into their apprentices and show us how they're working, what they are trying to do, the problems they're trying to solve. And the second thing that's important for us is bringing those problems and those innovations back to TechSmith and helping other TechSmithies understand those and how they can affect what we need to do next at TechSmith. And finally, connecting people and ideas. So making sure that that kind of goes full circle, and once we're working on new ideas, it gets back out to people outside of TechSmith as well.
Okay, I want to talk about that a little bit more. But before we do, uh, how long have you been at TechSmith? And you've had a couple other roles. What have those roles at TechSmith been?
So yeah, I've kind of been a little convoluted at TechSmith. I've been at TechSmith for a year and a half-ish now, going on 2 years. And I actually started out working for you in the UA department or user assistance department as an
Actually, I
instructor.
think I actually worked for more you guys, but we'll debatable.
You know, but doing the our tutorial videos, the instructional design awesomeness there. And then I got moved to the transform team, so kind of researching the mobile landscape and figuring out what that looked like. And last fall, I transferred to the Snagit department to work as the product manager, and then that role has evolved into what we're now calling the innovation strategist.
Okay, so let's talk about this innovation strategist thing because I think it's interesting. So one of the things, so you're looking to go out and you used the word to be an apprentice. So why is that valuable to TechSmith for having you do roles of other people for even if it's just for a short time or just to shadow?
Yeah, so one thing we talk about a lot here is that people are always trying to hire software to do a job for them. No one just buys a software program because they have money that they want to waste. They need it to solve a problem for them. So we figure in order to continue to create software that's relevant and effective for people, we need to better understand the jobs that they're trying to hire software to do. And what better way to do that than to go out and be in their environment and really understand what their work looks like, how software fits into the context of that work, and what they're trying to do next, what they're trying to change in the future.
Okay, so you gather up this information and then what happens to it? I mean, you mentioned coming back to TechSmith, but it's kind of like, okay, great, you went and did this, but what do you do with that information, and how does that actually make a difference for maybe all of our guests watching today?
Cool. So the first thing that happens is lots of sticky notes. And our team will get together and just kind of throw all of the ideas that we have onto sticky notes, put them up on the wall, and try to start tracking the trends, the things that are coming out more and more. So if we're seeing people trying to make changes in how they do professional development, how is that similar across companies, and how might we be able to develop our software to better serve that? So the way that it helps the people watching today is that if we better understand what they're trying to do and the problems they're trying to solve, we can make software that actually does that for them. Because it's not really valuable for them if we just throw in a random feature here and there that looks cool, but it doesn't really fulfill the job they're hiring us to do. So it makes us better employees.
Okay, fantastic. So So it's not just about going out and it's about finding, sounds like it's about finding the problem that we can solve. Oh, we're getting a dinging. I'm not sure what that is, but
Oh, you know what? Did I?
Cait sent
Oh.
an alarm.
No, I quit my email, but it opened up again and was like, no, you will pay attention to me.
Of course, because that's the most important thing we have to do right this minute. Um,
Absolutely.
so you're finding these problems, you're gathering up, but eventually those could turn into features or new products or something, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's absolutely the goal is that the things that we're finding become our next opportunities and the things that we solve for people.
So let's say someone goes and watches this and they say, that sounds interesting. I'd love to have someone help me solve my problems. And I'd love to have Cait or it's Troy Stein or Jason Vlad come and sit with me and see how I do my job and how things aren't, how I struggle. What would they do? How would they go about getting you guys to come in for a visit?
So we would absolutely love that. And the best way to get in contact is to just email us directly. And so my email, I'll put it out there, is c.ryan@techsmith.com. And if you're interested, just shoot me an email and kind of describe, where you are, what type of work that you do, and we'll work to set up a time and figure that out.
And I guess is any kind of industry job. I mean, to me, you're a little bit like Mike Rowe, right? You're going to go do their job for a little bit. It's going to be a dirty job. So are you cool with a pig farm or you looking for specific kind of areas?
So definitely focusing on knowledge sharing jobs. So if you have to do any type of work at your computer, and my particular focus right now is actually mid-sized business. So if you work at a medium-sized company and you have to share knowledge as part of your job, I'll likely be the one who would talk to you. And Jason, who is going to be talking, I think, tomorrow, is focusing more on like the community college and higher ed area. And Troy, our fearless leader, is working more on the larger enterprises.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Cait, we want to thank you for taking some time with us today. So we'll wrap up this recording number 2, and we'll continue chatting for just a couple minutes. But I want to thank Cait, and if you have anything that you want to see, any problems you want Cait and Jason and Troy to come and visit you and see how they can help. Maybe TechSmith can solve it. Maybe we can't. She'd love to get in touch with you. So send us a message. So thanks,
Yeah.
Cait.
Thank you, Matt.